Hello and welcome to another free.volous webisode. So today, contour and highlighting. What is contour and highlighting? It is basically a theatrical makeup technique that has been used for ages that allows you to play with the three-dimensional surface of the face, meaning that when the light hits you, you naturally get highlighted areas and shadowy areas. And if you shift those shadows by painting them on and those highlights, you'll trick the eye into thinking that your features are slightly changed or somewhat enhanced. In its extreme form, it works wonders in photo shoots, videos, film, and on stage. Not on all stages, but on most stages. When you're far away from the actor, they look two-dimensional instead of three-dimensional, and they are kind of in a flat surface, like in paper or on a screen, and those shadows and those highlights can be really deep and strong, and it will create kind of a transforming effect. But in real life, this does not happen, meaning that if you go out on daylight with a strong contour and highlight, you will just see the several shades of brown on your face. So keep that in mind. And if you're planning on going out on daylight in real life, have a light hand with it. And if you're going out at night into a place where there's softer lights, it's darker, you can amp it up a little bit, but never go too crazy. This is not plastic surgery. It will not radically transform your face, and it shouldn't. You should embrace the face you have. Okay, there are some features that we want to enhance or kind of trick the eye to think that they're a little bit deeper or softer or brighter, but that's it. What is contour? Contour is adding shadows to your face, and when you add a shadow, it kind of chisels or recedes that area. When you add highlight, be it a lighter color to your face, it makes that area kind of stand out or pop out or just attract the eye and be the main focus. Then comes strobing, and strobing is a new term that is very hyped, but is basically highlighting with shimmery or pearlescent products that give that kind of dewy effect to the skin and make the light refract even more and look even more popped up, as well as kind of dewy and hydrated. One thing I'd like to say about contour and highlighting is you have to pick your battles. When you're adding shadows to your face, you are creating angles most of the times and slenderizing your face. So that will make you look older. And what we are used to seeing when it comes to contouring, and we're completely bombarded with, are young girls in their early 20s playing with contour with very chiseled faces, but they have not yet started to experience the first signs of aging. When you're going for highlighting, the battles you have to pick, especially when you're working with shimmers and pearlescent products, is that the pearlescence and the brightness and the creaminess, the more shiny a product is, the more it will enhance any kind of texture on your face. So wrinkles, fine lines, blemishes, bumps, holes, dry patches, they will all be enhanced. So you have to keep that in mind. For instance, when you apply shimmer to this area of your face, if you smile and you have those little crow's feet showing up, they will be enhanced. Even when you have your resting face, they will be there because of the shimmers. Of course, you can just contour or just highlight. You don't need to do both. I'm going to do both of them on this video for the sake of showing everything off. Products. You can go for creams or for powders as usual. This is a matter of personal preference, and also it has to do with your skin type. So if you're quite oily, maybe you're more prone or more drawn into the powder products. If you're very dry, you may be very attracted by the liquid products or the cream products, and you have to pick shades that are a couple of shades lighter and darker than your skin tone. Other than that, I will show you a few options. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting palette. So it has a matte highlight, a matte contour color, a shimmery highlight, and then a cheek color. And this is really expensive, just so you know. If you are on the midpoint kind of things, you can go for the Sephora highlight low light face contour duo. I have it in tan. The darker color is okay, the lighter color is a bit too dark and yellow for me. Concealers, these are H&M concealers. These are the ones I will be using on my video, at least the darker one. And I have one in chestnut, and the other one is soft sand. When it comes to powders, you can go for a contour kit, like this Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit, chiseled to perfection, which has three very nice contour and highlighting colors. The shimmery highlight is just crap, but these three colors are amazing and blend really well. This one is best for darker skin tones, this is for fair to medium skin tones. Then you can go for your eyeshadows. If you have them, just keep in mind you have to have a very light hand with your eyeshadows because they are more pigmented, they have more color payoff, so they can make a harsh stripe on your face. Keep that in mind and blend them very well. But you can go for eyeshadows, and then you can go for bronzers that are kind of more on the neutrally side. Like this is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I've used this in many videos and you know it very well. When it comes to using bronzers and choosing your contour colors, which is the most difficult thing, I have a couple of samples to show you. I hope the camera picks it up. These are the creams. This is the Makeup Forever cream contour. This one is the Sephora Duo contour, and this one is the H&M concealer. As you can see, the Sephora one is quite warm. It's still neutral, but it's still quite warm. The same thing happens here. This is a bronzer by Urban Decay. This one is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this one is the Cocoa Contour. So you can see these two colors are quite neutral on the cooler side, and this one is quite orangey. Why am I talking about this? Because if you're creating a shadow, it shouldn't be orange on your skin. You know what I mean? Go for a more neutral kind of brown or a beigey color instead of a very orangey bronzer. You can use bronzers, but keep that in mind. And also, contouring is with mattes. Yes! Let's go into application. When it comes to where do I apply the freaking colors, it's quite simple. First of all, if you're trying to contour your shape face, so making it narrower or smaller, you should create a shadow on the outer area of your face. So if you have a high forehead, you should apply a little bit of contour, very well blended, on the hairline. If you have a very narrow forehead, you should apply a little bit of contour on the sides of your forehead. The same on this area here. Some people complain they have very rounded faces, so they should apply a little bit of shading here. But those things are very specific to your face shape, and you should really think, do you really need it? Do you? This is the first question you should always ask yourself, because most of the times I see people with very small foreheads just slathering on contour when they don't need it. So think about it. And the other thing, usually the contour products come with kind of a face chart that explains really well where you should apply according to your face shape. And you can always search online for those face charts. What I'm going to address today is the application for those more usual uses. So cheekbones, these are some of the more sought after kind of contours. First, where is your cheekbone? If you touch your face on the sides, you will feel that there's a bone and then it starts to sink in right about here. Touch it, feel it, I'll wait. And then if you suck in your lips, you will see that there's a shadow that will be cast right around where the bone starts to sink in. And that's where you want to create the shadow to make the higher area look more protruding. So if I do this, there's a shadow that is going to be created on this area here. And basically the reference is, it comes from the top of your ear and the line goes up to the corner of your lip, okay? So when you contour, you should apply a bit of contour just from this area here, following that straight line up to your lips, and then stopping right about the corner of your eye, just so that it doesn't come too much into the center of your face, because you want to create that illusion when you're sideways, but you don't want to have two stripes when you're facing for your friends like this. This is not cool. So this is where you apply your contour, and then your highlight to highlight those cheekbones is applied right on this area here where the cheekbone is really coming out, and you apply the highlight here. Some people like to apply, and I also do, apply a little bit of highlighter right underneath the eyes just to brighten this kind of triangular area here. And then you should blend, and when you blend you should press the brush into the product and not go around, because this would spread the shadow all over and create kind of an orangey mark on your face. So you should press it down really gently until you feel it has kind of faded into your foundation or into your powder, depending on what product you're using. The same with the highlight, blending it in, tapping it in. This is for the cheeks. For the forehead, some people like, and I also like, to illuminate this area here, the central area of the forehead, down the bridge of the nose. So they apply a bit of concealer or highlighter on the center of the forehead and a bit down the bridge of the nose, and again tap them until you cannot see any edges. And some people like to apply, this doesn't work for me, but it works for some people, some contour on the sides of the nose. And the mix of the highlighter in the center and the contour on the sides will make this nose look, if you apply it right on the sides of the bridge of the nose, it will make it look more slender. Another thing some people like to do is apply contour a little bit right below the lip. I don't do this, but some people like to do that, just so that it makes it look like your lip is so big that it's creating a shadow. That is fancy. Which comes to remind me, if you apply too much, use your foundation brush over it, again stippling, to kind of tone down the product. When it comes to shimmer highlighting or strobing, you should be very specific and strategic about the areas where you apply it, because you will otherwise lose the impact of that specific application. So I like to apply my highlighter right on this area here, right where my cheekbone is a little bit more higher up, and I like to apply a little bit of shimmery highlighter on the bridge of my nose and on the top of my cupid's bow. This will make the lips look a little bit fuller. I also like to define my jawline and a bit under the chin with contour. These are some tricks to cheat the eye. I hope this has helped some of you. Remember to blend, to have a very light hand, and to be patient to practice this. I think that's it. And I rambled a lot, and here I go to edit a huge video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!